Hello, it's Nikki. I am slowly but surely going into Monica Geller. It's the humidity moment. But there we are. It's hot in London today. I hope you are keeping cool wherever you are. So this is something that clients, conversations online, this is something that people grapple with a lot. So they know what the skill is. So they know how they can help people. But the stumbling block, the obstacle can all become about, is this one-on-one? Do I need to do 3 sessions? Is this a 6-month package? Should this be a masterclass? Do I need to build a digital platform? What do I need to do? And in the first instance, one thing that I would say is if you're looking to make moves, do the simplest thing first. So if you are not feeling like you're great with technology, really focus on the one-on-one stuff that you can do. Because ultimately what you want to do is, if you're running a business and if you want to grow that business, you have to consider how the money is going to come in. Because we can all dream big, we can all connect, you know all the phrases that we hear online, like, I really feel like I'm living my best life, I feel connected to my purpose. Brilliant. But you need money to live. And there are too many people who are not making enough money in their businesses. And I have been one of those people, very much so. So know that that comes from a place of love and that it's not sustainable. Because I got to a point where I was really ugly crying a lot. And that's when I had to make some moves and some changes and really look at what was going on. So think about the money first and foremost and know those figures. Like, what do you need to make every month? What are your expenses? How can you give yourself wiggle room? How can you deliver at a way that feels really good so you're not working 18-hour days? All of those things. That will probably take a bit of pen and paper action. But the second thing that I want to say is something that I've tried recently that has been really helping. So in terms of the navigation on your website, I used to talk about, under my online programs or ways that I could help people, I would have like my £20 shop, or I would have my signature program. And sometimes these things would become so vague, or sometimes people would just simply purchase something from the £20 shop because it was £20. And they were like, oh yeah, sure, I'll do that. And then they might not even do it. Or they might actually get to the point where they're like, I didn't really need that. Actually, I need the whole thing. And this little piece of the puzzle that I've bought is not helping me because it has no context. And I need to figure out what the whole shape of this thing is. So this is something new that I'm trying, and it's working. And this is listing or categorizing what I offer in terms of one-on-one. So if people want me one-on-one, that's my more premium service. So I'm taking a bit behind the scenes here. So to work with me one-on-one or to get me in the room, that's the most expensive thing. Not because I'm a supermodel of the 90s of like, I don't get out of bed for less than 10 grand. I absolutely do. Because, my children are there. They're not paying me. That's kind of, being honest there of sort of my one-to-one stuff. But the way that people come in, or the way that people discover me, is usually through a piece of content. So it's usually through a video like this, or a podcast episode I've done, or an interview that like a topic that I've spoken about. So it might be somebody will say, I really need to figure out how to become an expert on podcasts. Great. I have a Power of Podcast online course, which has a bit of one-on-one with me as well. But instead of hiding that away under a subcategory of online courses, I have now changed that header to need help with podcasting. And therefore, if somebody's doing that drop down and they're not interested in goals, they're not interested in being paid for speaking, they're not interested in creating a digital product, they simply just want that one thing, they can go directly to it. And they can make a decision in that moment as to whether I can provide the solution and they want to purchase it or not. And that's what you want to have in terms of your website. People can pop around, lurk around, get distracted, suddenly go through to YouTube, then they're finding another video. You want people to be in your world, to read something and go, oh my goodness, this is exactly what I need. Great. Where's my bank card? Okay, I'm going to make the purchase. I'm going to access now. I'm going to join the program. You want people to take that action. And I'm not saying like the first time somebody lands on your website, they're going to do that immediately, because they might not. But I know that I've done that in my purchasing history. There have been times where I've read something, I'm like, perfect, let's just do it. That's great. Let's send the inquiry. Let's make the payment. Let's move forward on this thing. And there will be some people, or there'll be some times, I know, especially when I've made bigger purchases, where I've had to do a bit more lurking. So I've maybe then gone on their social media, or I've maybe watched a few more videos, or I've maybe done something else. But then I've kept coming back to this thing. So we're looking at buying some bunk beds at the moment for Oscar's room. And we are those lurkers at the stage. And those cookies will tell us like, oh, you might like this. Come back to this bunk beds again. And you might not have that all set up in terms of your website. But I tell you what, if somebody remembers your name and you're known for something, they will be able to go back and find that exact page that they were looking at. So if they suddenly have to go through loads of like online programs and services, or even the £20 shop, making those decisions is sometimes too much for people. So my exercise for you today is to think about what is the solution you're providing. If there's more than one, and I know that some marketers would be like, I'm offering too many things. They might say that, but ultimately, a lot of my clients have bought everything that I've done, or they've joined like a couple of things and then recommended me for something else. If you can work on what that overall arch of your personal brand is, which actually for me is about personal branding. So within that, I talk about speaking, I talk about podcasting, I talk about visibility, I talk about money. It's all much of the same thing, but within those things, I am providing different solutions. So, what are you providing? What is the outcome that somebody is going to get from working with you? And see if that is searchable. Can people find easily what they want? Can they make a decision? Are you making it easy for them? Because otherwise, if you're not, people will go elsewhere. And going back to my original point about you need to know that your business is bringing in money. That's a really good way of noticing whether it's working or not. And I know those points going back to myself where I've had those really tough months, weeks, years. You know, there've been years, right? Where I'm like, nothing's working. It's me. I am a piece of rubbish and I should never be doing this and I've got nothing to say, and I make it all about the mindset. Sometimes it's like the link doesn't work, or people can't find the thing that they want. It's not easy, or sometimes it's complicated. So that's my task for you today. If you want a bit of accountability, message me or comment down below. Let me know what you're going to do. Share your link, actually. There might be something that you want people to discover. Share your sales page. You never know who is watching this and going through the comments. And that could be a really good opportunity. Thank you so much for watching. I will catch you again very soon. Also, if you want a free strategy session, if you're not sure what you're offering, if you're not sure what your pricing structure is, message me. We'll book a session in, and I can help you. And I can help you to make some money. Sounds good, hey? Anyway, thanks so much. See you soon. Bye.